Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are here with the very next episode of Macross 7. I know you love doing it, so how about you tell us what happened last time?
Well, last time was the second episode called Spiritual Level. Again, the Macross 7, the 37th Fleet, Exploration Fleet, led by the Macross 7, gets attacked by enemies. But before that happens, we have Mylene, who happens to be the daughter of the captain,
I think it's
Max
just
Genius, and
Mylene, right?
Mylene, yeah. And his mother, who happens to be the mayor of the of the city,
Is she?
which
I thought the
yeah,
mayor
she's the
was
mayor.
Michael. I thought Michael was the
No, no,
mayor.
no. The mayor is Milia.
Oh,
Milia
well
is the
that.
mayor.
I wish you had said that during all of my comments about the mayor being this jack dude. Because I kept saying, oh, the mayor's this jacked ass dude, and you're like,
No,
silent.
he was a driver. He was a
You were
driver. He was
silent the
just a.
whole time I'm talking about how jacked the mayor is.
No. Milia is the mayor of the Macross 7 city, which doesn't have a name in itself. I guess it's the Macross 7 city or the Macross city. Either way, apparently she has arranged a marriage for her daughter, Melini. Pronouncing, I don't know why I have a problem pronouncing the name.
Mylene to me. I
And
mean, we could both be
my
wrong. Who knows?
Mylene, and Mylene doesn't want to have an arranged marriage, so she escapes to to the what looks like the bombed out building where Basara lives. Basara is writing his own song in a language we don't understand because it's supposed to be the lyrics, not the lyrics, but the musical notes to it. Meanwhile, Ray, who is the guitarist for the band, is having a meeting with um, Max Genius, right? Um, and also we have a look in the hospital. All the people that got hit by the green beam in the last attack are convalescing in the hospital. We don't know their status, or they seem to be comatose, and we see family members and all that. And the head of the special squadron is mourning the not the loss of his friend Docker. Um, and the aliens, like I said, attack before a concert, another of the band's concert, and Basara goes to confront them in his special mech YF-19, or not YF because it's not experimental anymore. It's just the F-19. Fights off, does the whole thing with the speaker guns.
We don't know
There's
that
a
it's
fight,
not experimental anymore.
and there's a fight, but he doesn't fight them. He tries to try to do the whole concert thing to them, while the enemy is trying to figure out why his his spirit level is weird, off the charts. They try to capture him, but they fail. And well, when they fail to do that, they just leave after he gets a speaker missile to his face, and like, oh, I gotta go, and they just all leave. And apparently, Basara is trying to do something with his music because he keeps complaining that they don't stick a song, but we don't know what that is. Although apparently Ray knows what it is. And also, we hear from Exodol, who says, they could be, but he doesn't tell anybody. And we get a mix of saying something out loud and what could be his inner thoughts. And Max is going like, could you just tell me what the hell's going on? He's like, oh, never mind. And apparently Exodol is doing the same role that he did for Britai. I guess Britai is still around somewhere if Exodol's still alive. Um,
I mean, Exodol seems to be like a cut off head being supported by like a life support system, so who the hell knows?
yeah. And again, we have another fight, another attempt at something, and the beginning of a concert. And that was the second episode of Macro 7. As I understood it, spiritual level.
Well, to clarify a couple things, you said Special Force, they're Diamond Force, actually.
That much more, yeah.
Um, sorry, I went at wisecrack there. We don't know if it's a prototype model or whatever, because it's been 5 years and we have no contact with Plus or Eden Base or not Eden Base. Eden was the planet. What was the place's name again?
Edwards,
Yeah,
test
Edward Air.
Edwards base, Air Force base. Yeah,
Yeah, we have no
New
contact with
Edwards. Yeah,
Edwards. So, for all we know, the YF-19 and the YF-21 got fucking shit canned. So, this could be literally the same, well, with a head change, but could be the same little fucking model. Not model, could be the same fucking plane. Had 5 years to get shipped around, mothballed. Maybe Ray got it out of mothball. I'm gonna do some work on this. Gave it a head for some reason.
a face really.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's the Gurren Lagann connection I keep making. Mecha with faces. But who knows? Maybe Ray was a background character in Plus that we just never noticed.
Hmm.
That'd be a hell of a thing to discover. The
Hmm.
connective line between these two. I mean, until we see another YF-19 type model, then for all I know, this is that one.
Yeah.
Because we know the former pilot probably ain't doing anything anymore.
And,
Otherwise, I think the only other thing you didn't mention was the fact that we launched a bunch of drones at the our new enemy to try and get information on them, like spying into their visor to see what was going on. And I know I thought it during the time, but I didn't comment because I'm saying way too much already. That why don't we just have one of our drones grab onto them and see where they're going? We don't know it didn't
they
happen. They dropped like what?
nothing of
Low
them.
estimation 24 drones out there. Because it was a pod, and the pod was filled with drones, and then they did we saw two on screen pod drops.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
entirely possible. And they had
Oh,
like
and
little digity arms.
yeah, and we also know that the cars here can also act like spaceships. They can go between ships, apparently.
Yeah, which explains
But
why that dumb thing I said, well, not that I said something was dumb. It wasn't a dumb thing that I said. Uh, about how is she gonna drive to another ship that makes no fucking sense is what I said. And then now we know that literally
yeah,
they just keep the bays open and they can drive between, and they do that little that laser light thing where it's like dotted
yeah,
laser lines.
yeah.
So I guess it
Which
makes sense, but I wouldn't want to
it's also
do that.
it's
Yeah,
pretty dangerous because it
you
just
wouldn't
have
be able to
like a car.
stop unless you have forward thrusters. Because we know
Yeah,
they have backwards air thrusters that propel them forwards. Because we saw that's what
yeah.
Mila's car did. I guess you would have to have forward. I don't
Well,
know.
you can just turn around. I guess you can just turn around and use the back thruster to decelerate.
It
I guess.
feels like these cars are just puffing forwards and then following momentum, which means that you're just gonna bump into everything and be sent off hurling into space. The first thing you bump
Also,
into is gonna change your trajectory, and you're no longer on the line anymore. Yeah, another car's gone at max. We need.
yeah, yeah, and I wouldn't trust anything built by Ford or Tesla to be able to survive space. Me without a spacesuit, at least, right? It's
Yeah,
like,
because we see
yeah,
that she was going to drive, you know,
uh,
in just whatever shit 90s gear that she's wearing.
yeah,
But
which
it's
is
more
like,
so that these cars were like back to back in space.
yeah,
And I think they were stopping and going, which I don't even know what the fuck that implies with their mechanisms.
yeah.
I don't know, but I didn't take that seriously, and I hope they just don't show that ever again or make it a major plot point. Or do you ever watch I think we had a conversation before about Doctor Who. That whole episode where everyone's trapped in the motorway. The last
Yeah,
Face of Bo episode, basically. It
yeah.
doesn't become like one of those. We have Basara and Mylene trapped in a car in between
Oh, people,
ships.
yeah, everybody lives there forever, basically, and they have families and all of that, and they had
Yeah.
kittens, which was cool.
Oh yeah, because the nurses in a previous episode on the planet were not kitten. They were cat based because they were something I can't remember. Again, it's a peppering of information that built up to a greater episode. I'm saying the show has a chance. Um,
I'll say my fingers, yes.
Otherwise, I don't know anything else because that felt more like, even though Ray had 5 seconds on screen, it felt like I felt like that was the episode to build up Ray's backstory, in that it implied so much of it. Yeah, Ray got him the jet. Last episode, knows how to hack into the military communications. Oh, also that last episode, or yeah, last episode was when Ray talked to Max, implying there's that connection.
Yeah, I mentioned that before. Yeah,
Max has to be what, 40, 50 years old now?
probably. I mean, he has adult daughters. He was probably about between 18 to 21 in the original series.
Which would make
So
him 55 to 57, somewhere around there now. We
yeah,
just know that 35 years have passed since 2010, even though
yeah,
2012 was the last time we saw Max. I think we saw him in
yeah.
2012.
Now he's what's called a
Yeah.
Honshu, the old man, the leader. Right, he's the leader, the Honshu, which in English is translated to Honsho, which is a whole story with the Korean War, which I'm not
So
going to
he's
get
the
into right
head
now.
honcho, you're saying.
Literally, yeah,
Yeah.
the big
Uh,
cheese.
I don't think there's anything else to cover. You remember anything else you want to go over?
No, mostly because I'm still confused.
I think you gotta drop the confusion and just latch on to something, right? Make your
I'm
focus one
trying.
aspect and then try to build out around it. Like building a puzzle, a thing that I've mentioned before.
Yes, but the thing is, there's so many things happening that I don't have anything to really. Well, okay, this is interesting. I'm gonna because I was focusing in the first episode on the aliens. So like, wow, that's interesting what they're doing with the whole laser show thing. And then it's like they did it again, but we don't even see their blonde boss giving them orders or just watching what they're doing. So they're not that. I guess the only thing I'm latching onto is the mystery of the aliens. So because Exodol seems to know or suspect who they are, but he doesn't share that information. It's like, just say it already.
The fact that you're confused also kind of gives me meta knowledge in that, look, if Exodol recognizes them, but you don't, Lessons doesn't, they must not be something that come back later. So, what is
I
this?
have an idea of what they might be or connected to, but since the show hasn't given me enough information to verify it, it will be a white assful. Like,
White
oh, I think
ass.
it.
That's a say.
Yeah, yeah, white ass assful. That's what it was. Put it on the comments.
Oh, here, I'll make two guesses, and then you tell me what you think your guess is, but don't tell me any spoiler facts about it in case it might be. My two guesses: pirates, they're just, collecting tech, whatever. Or renegade,
Centrati?
no. What's the other one? Not Melton. Meltron, not Meltron.
Renegade Supervision
Supervision
Army?
Army. Yeah.
Okay, the thing is that mine is one of those two as well, but the show hasn't given me enough to know whether it is or it isn't, right?
Well, there you go.
Like,
If I can make a guess based on very limited information and no future information, that you, with the same limited information and future information, could also be guessing, I feel like I'm on the right track then.
but then that means that I mean, if they just could just do this to people, why didn't they do this to the Centrati, right?
Well, what?
I mean, the
It would be
Centrati had
bigger
just,
targets, wouldn't they?
yeah, and
Well,
the
to be
Centrati
fair,
had this whole fleet
in
to
the
destroy
pods,
things.
in the pods, you can't see their fucking heads. Maybe that's why they use
Yeah.
battle pods.
Yeah.
I mean, they're shit against fighting against the Valkyries, but I guess they're super defended against fighting. Literally, we see every Zentradi ship has no like outside thing.
No
The
windows or
yeah,
anything.
the sensor pod that comes to watch Midmay's concert is all just internal view screens and readouts and whatnot. The pods have no external viewer thing either. Maybe the Zentradi been fighting these guys the whole fucking time. However,
Yeah, but they were surprised that the Valkyries transformed too. They're like, oh, they're transforming. Why are they transforming? We don't. That's not a useful feature,
yeah.
right?
But again, we are 35 years past that, so
Who knows?
yeah, like I said, it seems more to me like they're stealing technology than making it, but we don't know who the hell they are. The fact that they're human-sized, right, also
Apparently,
implies that they're myclones, which means that the Centrati would have been trying to kill them anyway.
yeah.
If
It's like,
they're
oh,
not, well, if they're
our def-
not a result of the 35-year ago agreement where a bunch of Centrati mycloned in mass, as the show
oh,
beginning says.
but does that mean that they might clone and then might fucked away? They
Well,
fucked away yeah,
if
somewhere
you
else.
think
Oh,
about it, we went and recolonized a bunch of people based on the 50,000 or 70,000 survivors at the end of the world. Like we populated like crazy apparently, and then spread out. Who's to say the Zentradi survivors couldn't have done that? Someone who
Like,
took the word of Quamzim to heart and then formed his own group. These could be
that's
Quamzim cultists, or cultists. Uh,
followers,
yeah, yeah,
way.
people.
But the thing about Quantum is like Quantum wanted to fight. He wanted to kill. He wanted to destroy. These guys are like, we're just gonna steal this thing that we call Spiritia, and that's it.
To
That's all we're doing.
to be fair, that's all they're doing is fighting. They fight, run away, and then come back and fight.
Yeah, but the reason why they're fighting ultimately is not to just destroy; it's to get the thing with the laser. And I'm like,
Sorry,
what's the thing
my
with the laser?
my very first argumentative thought was, oh, now you know the reason why they're fighting.
Like, I don't know. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm the third faction. I have a third idea now who they might be, and I think that Quamsim thing might literally be worth considering. What if they are a renegade runaway faction that believed what Quamsim said, that survived the final fight, and thought we need to rebuild rather than what Quamsim did. We believe in Quamsim up until that last episode of Quamsim. We do love the culture.
And also, there's no mention of deculture or. But we have gone 3 episodes with nobody mentioning culture, deculture, or protoculture.
Thank God. I mean, I
I
love
mean,
it
those
as
are.
a world building thing, but using it in a day to day lingo is just so weird.
But when you encounter an alien species, the alien species might have said it, or these people protoculture? Are they not? Maybe. That doesn't seem to be a thing. But then again, we have Exodus going like, could they be out
Like,
loud? And it's like, what?
that
What could they
don't
be?
only reason,
Never mind.
only counter I have to you right there is that Exodol did not know what protoculture is, or even what culture was, until Golg told them. So I don't think
Yeah,
he
but
has
this is
that knowledge.
30 years later, so he has the
35,
knowledge
yeah.
now. Yeah, I mean, and he was the one who told us about the Supervision Army
Well,
and in
to
the
be
whole
fair,
episode. Yeah.
to be
Well, it was
fair to
global.
that,
It was global.
well, I mean, he told Global. To
Yeah,
be fair to that, he would not have access to Morris and Trotty information.
past that time.
Well, I mean, unless he experienced it himself, but that would be information everybody would have, right? Because the information he got was from his Zentradi superiors, which he now no longer has access to, because one, blew them up, and then two, renegated themselves from the rest of Zentradi culture. So unless we look back and see like FOMO, like, oh yeah, I'm faking this, like I actually didn't know, but I'm letting you say it. This will work well when I tell a human all this information. Let him do the same thing. Do you think FOMO did to Global what he did to Golg, and Golg just told them all information that FOMO knew?
I don't think so. No.
Look, callbacks are amazing if we just keep doing them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any other
Anyway,
further thoughts before we get into this?
no, I have as many question marks in my brain as I had before.
All right. Well, I think we should just go ahead and watch episode 3 of Macross 7.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
on top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
Unfiltered.
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
I do not think you'll be getting any answers, though. The next time on looked like a fluff episode. I'm going to be as brutal as I always have been. I did not see anything vital coming from that preview.
Maybe they're trying to be less spoilery than they were in the regular show.
I don't know.
Well, regular being the first one, yeah.
Yeah, I would say I don't know. There wasn't a lot of spoilers there. Like the big episodes didn't really have anything in them that. I guess Docker is just never fucking coming back.
Is there a
Basara,
romantic? Are they hinting here that there's a romantic triangle between the leader of the Diamond Squadron and Basara and the girl with the blonde hair, who's always half the flowers for some reason?
She wasn't in the last episode.
No, she was.
I didn't see her last episode. Yeah, she was
Yeah,
in
she
the
was-
opening of last episode.
No, she was actually there as well. She was in a concert.
By the way, I guess alien life does exist
Re-
since the opening here has the big old
Bone
rib
thing,
cage
yeah.
in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that is implied, then I guess the cousin it Furby
Could be an alien.
thing.
Oh, there he's maneuvering with the guitar. We saw it in the intro.
I blinked. I'm not being like jokey. I must have blinked because I didn't see it. I think I was
It's very
focusing
briefly.
on the background when everybody's like in a fiery thing floating up in the background. I was trying to see if there's like any detail hints of backstory there.
I guess they're doing the same intro that we were complaining about Macross, but the changes are in this aspect of it.
I haven't seen a single change in this.
No, because they do a preview. Part of this is that they narrate the preview of the last episode. That's the thing that
Well,
changes.
yeah, but no, I mean, yeah, that's different. That's not. No,
Technically,
we're
it's not the
we're
intro.
getting the song opening thing, which is the whole rock thing that everything starts with, which is exactly the same as the head coming up thing from the SDF Macross. This is just an added, like in SDF Macross, we also got a recap at the beginning of the episodes, but we didn't get this world building thing that assumed that you never saw SDF Macross.
Wow, 1 million people.
Yeah, like I
That's
said,
a lot.
we
That's
we like went at it like rabbits apparently.
Well, I think also they use cloning as well.
That could be. We had the My Clone Chamber thing,
Mm.
which means there's a lot of various copies of people.
こういう症状は今までに類例がない。治療のしようがないってことだ。
This is the recap, right? The doctor telling them.
Okay, thank God. I was about to ask you to pause while I double checked if I watched the same episode again.
熱いハートを叩きつける。それが歌だ。
I forgot.
Also, I think it's a trick for them to burn a lot of viewer time. So the episodes actually are shorter.
well,
but,
yeah,
you know,
we're over 3 minutes in.
yeah.
Yeah, about 3:15. Basically, we had a 3:15 opening.
And again, we are in the slums.
In the background of that shot, there was a building that was being built. So, maybe this is a rebuilding project? Maybe we folded a section of Earth out, and this is what this is. Well, I'm trying to use past information to make sense. Maybe he's piloting with his feet.
Not very efficient. Well, he's a.
I mean, we saw him hanging from the rafters.
What?
Look how far away those
Oh.
rafters are, by the way, in the backgrounds of these shots. Look how high up that is. How in the distance. Like I said, it's their first time. Then how did all of this happen?
I have no idea. That
Walkman.
car is just. Yeah, that car is taking a pounding. Let's-
Maybe that's intentional. They're showing you this car going downstairs, and you think it's taking a pounding, and the next shot is her ass.
レイの部屋はあっちだろ。
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。あんただってスーパーノバライブに
Okay, now I think we go. The introduction is like I gotta find the right song to reach their hearts.
言ってんの
So I guess he's trying to put a link in May, right? He's trying to bring peace through music. Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Well, we knew that.
そうか。
That was
Well,
obvious in the first
not really.
episode. They even make the
It wasn't.
connection. Is he trying to be Lin Min Mei? They say it out loud.
Yeah.
なんだそれ。
なんだそりゃもう
I thought you were about to say, was he writing that song for this
レイなんとか言っ
contest?
てくれよ。
おはようミレーヌ
Milene. Yeah.
こっちもびっくりしたぜミレーヌの大声でこのビルがぶっ壊れるかと思ったぞ
だってスーパーノヴァよスーパーノヴァ新人バンドの登竜門よ
You said that twice.
なあもう何度も何度も。
ご機嫌斜めだなバサラ。バルキリー持っていくのがそんなに嫌か？
そんなこと嫌がってんの？それが出場する条件なのよ。
関係ねえよそんなこと。
じゃあいいじゃない。だいたい演奏するのに時と場所を選ばないのはあんたの主義でしょ。
まあな。だから歌いたくないときは歌わねえんだよ。
Don't win a lot of contests that way
今
then.
日演奏する曲だ。見とけ。
すごいなもう。
じゃあな、待ってるぞバサラ。セントラルシティ星空ホールだ。
Oh, Central
Central
City.
City,
言
yeah.
っとくけど、あんたのバルキリーはもう会場に運んじゃってるんだからね。
Well,
なんだって？
wait, weren't you just on it? I guess a day has passed. Never mind. How does
I guess
this
it's not big
fucking work? Well, no, they can't,
guess
like, you're civilian, get out of here. So why wouldn't the military just fucking confiscate it?
Yeah.
Also, they're calling it a Valkyrie. Like you said, that these things aren't called Valkyries anymore.
I mean, it depends on who's doing the translation.
Also, it's not even the same model as a Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Still got wandering robots, though.
With tails now.
Okay, that was funny.
皆さんおはようございます。今日は先日シティセブンの市民を震撼させた
Shouldn't that be inside the ship? Because that would be safer. Where the atmosphere is at, you know?
I mean,
さて
Um,
今まで2回の戦闘は敵異星人との前哨戦と見て問題ないわ。
oh, I was gonna say it does paint a different light having her be the mayor, with him not answering the calls or telling her anything during the first episode.
1回目の攻撃を受けた時、シティオフィスへの連絡が遅れたの
Yeah,
はな
that's
ぜ？
exactly what I was talking about.
警報も鳴らさずいきなりシェルオフさせて。
なんだよ。今日はくだらねえ。
the thing is that she was Centrati, now she's doing the civilian part. Like the military's doing all the blasting. I'm like, wow, that's a big change for her.
Yeah, they're reversing sides. Or not reversing, he was always in the military. Never mind.
本当はかなりの被害を受けたと聞いています。
全くのデマです。
デマですか？私が
アキコさん、本当にいいんですか？こんな無名のバンドをスーパーノヴァに呼んじゃって。
最初は誰でも無名よ。それにこのバルキリーは有名じゃない？
本当のことをおっしゃっていただ
See,
きたい。
backstory. Ray's fucking backstory
戦闘で負傷した
will not be talked about any
兵士
further.
の面会症状は一切知らされ
ビフィードおはよう。
それでも安心しろというおつもり？
He doesn't say anything.
Oh, we didn't actually pay a voice actor.
民間の方には分かりにくいとは思いますが、軍の規定では
そうだったわね。軍の
パパもママも相変わらずね。
兵士の生死および怪我の状況を知らせ
Hey, I'm just happy that she's agency now.
その通りです。あなたに
モザイクのベースなんだってよ。あ？
まったく軍の対応
クイーン&キングじゃねえか。
But I just want somebody out here to go, Warriors!
星の手線に乗る学校かっていうのあれが。
Wow, that's so 90s. Can't touch this.
ありもしない噂を広めて市民を動揺させているのは君じゃないのか。
では事実を述べてください。
さっきからずっと言っている。すべて事実だよ。
相変わらず強情ですこと。
君も
Also, wouldn't this be like a fucking conflict of interest?
今の発言、後日
Yeah, we're gonna send the married couple in different positions of authority out on the same ship.
どういうことそ
I
れは？
don't think they're still married. They don't seem to be married.
She said mom and, well, I guess it could be mom and dad not married. Then.
噂ではお二人とも
Yep, there you go.
離婚していらっしゃるとか。
それこそ根も葉もない噂ですわ。
Oh, it's well, they are married then.
やっぱり離婚してるのかな？
City 7.
失礼。そろそろブリッジに戻らなければならないので。
私も。
I guess. I mean, it kind of boils good because like they got this quickie marriage and got together. Oh, we're in love, and now it's like, yeah, they grown up and realized marriage is hard.
Well, yeah,
You
being
know?
fair, it's been 35 years since they got married too.
And probably at least 2 kids anyway.
黙って聞いてりゃいい気になりやがって。
I still think it's crazy they send out a ship. I'll be the mayor, and I'll be the military command.
Well, she ran for that office in democracy. You got elected. Well, yeah.
I don't think you'd be allowed to run then.
とりあえずおめえら俺の歌を聴け
Let's go 突き抜けようぜ夢で見たよ
I've been looking around like, where's that echo coming from? Where's the reverb coming from?
Oh, these are the enemies?
Their giant ship has a face, by the way.
Or a head, at least.
攻撃するのです。これで護衛部隊が引き返してくるまでにかなりの戦果が上げられるはずです。
お待ちください、ゲペロニッチ閣下。このような陽動作戦を使わずとも。
私の策に不満か。
So that's a guy, huh?
そうではありませんが。
遂行しろ。
So that B, the throne thing. Also, isn't that a symbol, a musical symbol?
I don't know.
Yeah, I still have no fucking idea who these people are. They could still be pirates, right?
Well-equipped pirates, I suppose.
Well, again, if they steal all their shit, then anything they have could just be anything. I mean, famously, there's that, the pirates in Star Wars that steal the Super Star Destroyer.
誰だっていいんだよ。要はバルキリーさえあれば客は納得するんだから。
ちょっと待ってください。
いいわ。1時間だけ待ってあげる。
I didn't wear this One Piece number not to be stared at.
困りますよ、アキコさん。
その代わり、遅れたら今回の話はなかったことにするわよ。
わかりました。私ちょっと探してきます。
ずいぶん優しくなったんだな。
あなたと別れてから変わったのよ。
Oh, okay, they have
Ray
a
backstory episode.
まったくもう。
Hey, Flower Girl.
てめえの歌なんか聞きたくねえんだよ。
バサラー。ちょっとやめてよ。
なんだよこら。
Oh, that was a mistake.
邪魔すんじゃねえよ。ただじゃおかねえからな。
人殺し。
Okay, so he doesn't want to fight unless he's giving a chance, something to fight for, I guess.
I mean, yeah, they went way over the line, shoving around. I do think it's kind of funny. Her instant response is to scream "murderer," but
殴っちまった。バカ野郎！おめえのせいで殴っちまったじゃねえか。力でねじ伏せるんじゃない。歌を聴かせて感動させなきゃなんねえのに。
何言ってんのよ。
ごちゃごちゃ抜かしてんじゃねえ。やっちまえ。
to be fair, I'm sure everyone who saw the first episode thought that.
何やってるのよ。
Does reinforce his what he's trying to do, though.
Yeah, but it seems kind of.
Look, people thought Min-May's, you know, My Boyfriend's a Pilot was the most amazing song for 35 years. I don't think it's impossible to think that he's trying to shoot for the moon on this one.
But he's capable of fighting, but he chooses not to fight, so he's a pacifist, an ultra-pacifist? I mean, they do show the fact that the problem with pacifism is, okay, you don't need to fight. You can take all the hits. But when someone else is threatened, you know, your pacifism is put to the test. There she is, waiting for him with the flowers.
Well, yeah, so she didn't move, though. She's in the same spot she was before. I wonder if she's going to be like the Slug from Adventure Time, just waiting for every episode to see her.
距離2000だと。
今までの出現空域よりかなり離れていますな。
Oh, shit. The way they phrased that, I thought they meant 2,000 assault craft. Welcome to the luau. Maybe this is like a Bill and Ted thing.
Yeah.
You saw the last Bill and Ted movie?
No.
Where they have to create a song that'll save all of time, and the whole movie is them trying to come up with that song and failing. I'll settle for just some Queen, actually.
敵戦艦新たに捕捉距離300戦闘機離艦を確認
それが本体ですな。
よしダイヤモンドホース発進
後方迎撃隊スカイレッドオレンジマクロス防衛ライン PO5 コーディネート前衛艦ブルーノーズムーンシルバーマルチ機体発進ただいま統合軍が敵と
Oh, we're gonna bail on your band in the middle of the whole performance. To play a song for the bad guys that nobody in the audience wanted to hear to begin with.
敵機確認 D フォーメーションで擁撃
奴らは出撃していなかったのか陽動作戦を見破られていたかペペルニッチの策など当てにはならん
I guess they don't really care about attacking Cross 7 itself either. Because otherwise you'd think the capital ship would have weapons as well. Like old Centrati ships used to.
ちょっと行ってくるぜ
So I think her flowers are dying.
Guess so.
Like there was no head, I don't recall the head of a flower. She was carrying it, there was no head to it anymore.
くったらめことが好きなのさ
Again with... Oh, wow, at least they're vulnerable while they're trying to capture something.
Oh no, we've seen them blow up while they're doing it too.
Yeah.
物足りんおい貴様たちどこへ行く気だ
我々はゲペルニッチ閣下の命令を受けている。
ゲペルニッチの命令だと一体どういうことだ
D から F フォーメーションに変更敵対長機を包囲しろ
うるさいハエどもめ
I have to wonder now. I'm so used to shows trying to trick me. If we go back and every time Gamblin here gives an instruction to change formation status, if there are actually going to be notes, you know, to change from D to F. All right, now from B to E, and that's going to be the lyrics, or I mean the sound or the notes of the song he's trying to make the whole time.
Oh, he's avoiding shots, so yeah.
Oh yeah, well you already said it in the opening. Every fight, Gamblin, you circle around this guy. It didn't work last time.
My music touches my soul, I guess so.
I can tell if they're just hyped for that or the fact that they're hyped watching him do it and fight.
I mean, the power ballad thing, it's okay, I guess.
Yeah, like I said, I like the music of the show. And the fact it's almost a different song every episode is already beating fucking Min-May's one song 35 years. Oh, she's doing puzzle pieces just like us. Sorry, he.
Also, they've done the infiltration thing, huh?
ゲペロニッチ閣下帰還しろ作戦終了だ
終了どういうことですかゲペロニッチめこの俺をおとりに使いやがった
Yeah, but you didn't notice that.
Well, he knew that other people had different plans, remember? That's
Yeah.
what they were talking about before.
だっせあの野郎無傷で帰ってくるぜあいつ死ぬかもしれねえのに歌い続けてやがったなんてくだらねえやつだよ
I'm supposed to be impressed by that, but I'm not really.
Well, I mean,
本気でくだらねえぜ
they even just called him so uncool in the middle of praising him, too. Like, they know where he came from. He just came... I guess interrupting a military event isn't a crime? In Macross 7?
どうした元気がないな
別にそんなことねえぜ
そうがっかりすることはないさ
別にが
見ろよ
I guess
Oh,
technically...
reach somebody.
最高だったぜ
I guess technically he must have an agreement with Ray, who has an agreement with Max. That's how he's getting away with it.
さっきは殴っちまったな
そんなことはどうでもいいすっげえサウンドだったぜお前が何やりたいのかわからねえけどよ俺たち久々に燃えさせてもらったぜ
あギラギラしちまったぜ
やるぜ今度はもっとギラギラによ
So I guess the idea is that the song finally reached humans, but
Yeah.
not the other side yet. Well, I don't know. Did he shoot anybody with speaker pods?
No, not this time.
So he was literally only playing for people. So we have no idea. Sorry, he was only playing for human people. So we have literally no idea if this song works on whatever
And also
those people are.
We don't know who the infiltrators are either. We'll find out probably in the next couple of episodes.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, they're probably not going to be as dumb as the first 3 infiltrators we ever got.
Yeah, I mean, they were dumb in the we're ignorant kind of way. Although Melia proved to be a better infiltrator than the 3 put together. So yeah.
But also, I mean, well, I guess if we don't know who our new aliens are, then there's no telling what they may or may not know of humanity. So they could be just as ignorant. And to be fair, this is a different generation of humanity. Well, I mean, like, SDF Macross was clearly inspired by the 80s or 70s. Whereas this is clearly 90s inspired all the way through. And to be fair, I can't wait to see a Millicent Trotty wearing what she's wearing. The whole Borat situation.
シティセブンに吸血鬼が現れた
気をつけろ
見つけたら一緒に記念写真撮っちゃおう
勝手にしな
本当に襲ってきた
次回ヴァンパイアソルジャー過激にファイヤー
Oh,
Okay, so the infiltrators are vampires. Got to know.
apparently.
Or, just giant green men that are being called vampires for some reason. I don't know. In the news thing, it was a giant green thing.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
I guess
the stuff.
I am getting to understand what he's trying to do. I just don't understand how that's going to work because apparently, it has no effect on the other side. So,
Well, he wasn't playing it for it this time. He didn't speaker pod them or anything.
yeah, so yeah, it seems very twee to me. Basically, that's what it is.
It seems
I
very
guess that's
what?
what I'm twee.
Tween is what you're saying?
Twee.
Twee.
When
I don't know what
something is,
twee means.
When something is like very soft compared to everything else, right? It's a never mind.
No. I mean, I'm now wondering just where's that word come from? Where do you see? Twee is not a thing I've ever heard.
Let me see.
You don't know. Okay. I've never heard twee used in any like online lingo or day-to-day life or anything.
It's a British term.
I thought you meant, when you were saying it, I thought you meant like tween, as the this feels young adult or something like that. I thought you were talking like
that too.
Well, yeah, that's why I was about to react to it, because I was like, well, that's SDF Macross as well. SDF Macross is very tween and its romance arcs and whatnot. But yeah, I never heard twee before. Soft. I don't know what you mean by soft then in this context.
Again, because I guess it's lighter and softer compared to the harsher and darker and edgier, right? That we saw before.
Well, Macross Plus, sure, but I wouldn't say it's too much harder than, say, Macross Zero. I mean, softer. I'm not softer than Macross Zero. I mean, Macross Zero was a lot of, shit and wandering around and learning about a village. I mean, right up until the very end, of course. The end got pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that I watch a lot of like 70s mecha shit these days that I'm just kind of
Yeah, it has an aspect of that as well. Like, we're gonna do it for the spirit. Oh, and it's like, yeah.
Well, I mean, it feels no more serious than a 70s super mecha show, but at the same time, it has the feel of, say, a more comedic 90s anime. Rosea Vampire comes to mind.
Yeah.
Just that sort of relationship-based 90s.
Yeah. So yeah, that's we got a little more info, but I'm still on the fence on this one. At least I think I understand what he's trying to do, really. It just wasn't getting it.
I mean, I think the hilarity is that everything you say as you're catching up is just agreeing with stuff that I keep saying is the smattering of stuff that I've already mentioned. So
yeah,
I'm just waiting for the point where you catch up to me and then get past me because you have a better memory.
Well, anyway, that's basically what I have to say about it.
All right. Well, that has been us today. Stoneface Reactions. Once again, I'm Theta. This is Lessons. We will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?